bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Kapanapanabik na tagpo, handang-handa lahat sa paglalaro. Ilabas ang tinatagong talento, maharlika. Walang imposible, aabante hanggang sa makamit ang tagumpay. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Isa lamang ang layunin, basketballista ang Pilipina, sama-sama. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina.
Oras na para maipakita ang mga nakatago na talento ng Pinay. Sa tagisan at pagalingan, handang ipamalas anong kayang ibigay. Kaya-kaya talaga na maipagsabayan. Kabibilibin sa kada laban ng galawan. Sa ganito larangan, masasaksihan na ang kakayanan ng kanilang kababaihan. Dugo at pawis na ang puhunan. Bawat ensayo ay tututukan. Hanggat may oras, hindi susuko. Maglalaro to ng buong puso. Maharlika, Pilipinas, handa nang mag...
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina.
A town rich with heritage and heart, the Rosario Cultural and Sports Center becomes the canvas for today's closing battle where two teams determined to paint their story today. Magandang gabi Pilipinas and welcome to the final game of this WMPBL Sunday Showcase ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipina. Taking a look at our schedule for today, RK Hoops losing that game versus Discovery Perlas Rizal 82-39, a big blowout fashion. Pero we move on to our second game of the day. New Zealand Batangas Bluefire kontra dito sa San Juan Lady Knights. And a good evening to all the basketball fans watching out there. Aaron D joined by Coach Anton de los Reyes as my analyst, and on courtside, Miss Daphne Cristobal. Coach Anton, from the morning in Las Piñas to the evening here in Batangas, we made the trip all the way dito and it's definitely gonna be worth it for us dito sa main event natin ngayon.
This is something that's worth watching. Again, we started with good morning. Ngayon, good evening. Great to be working with you, Passenger Princess.
Oo naman, Coach. No, kanina, napakasaya nung car ride natin going all the way dito sa Batangas. But before anything else, Coach Anton, let's take a look at our team standings. Taking a look kung nasa na ba yung mga teams na maglalaban-laban ngayon. Of course, kanina nga nanalo ang Discovery Perlas Rizal, moving them up to 1 and 2. But we've got to focus on our game at hand. New Zealand Bluefire Batangas and the San Juan Lady Knights unbeaten in this tournament. That just tells us the whole story.
3-0 for New Zealand, 2-0 for San Juan, Pangasinan at 2-1. You said Discovery 1-2. RK Hoops falling to 1-3 at ang Tagaytay Tol Patriots at 0-3.
There you go, Coach Anton, summing that one up. But we've got to start it off, Coach Anton, with our match at hand. Pag-usapan na natin yung mga teams na maglalaban-laban dito in our second game. Let's talk about the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire. They're the number 1 team in this tournament, still unbeaten and coming up with a huge victory kontra sa Quezon City. Some of the names to watch out for doon: Abby Manzanares and Pringle Fabruada did a lot for their squad.
This Batangas team winning their third straight at the expense of the reeling Quezon City RK Hoops last July 20th. 99-45. We saw in that game, turnovers were a big factor. Etong Batangas, they are really great, excellent at forcing turnovers, and you see fast break points, 35-0 para naman dito sa side ng Batangas. Pringle Fabruada you mentioned and Abby Manzanares both coming off the bench, coming up big para dito sa side ni Coach Cholo Villanueva.
And those are some of the things you did mention dito. But for the meantime, let's turn it over to Miss Daphne Cristobal, our courtside reporter.
Para dito sa side well, earlier I spoke to Chaka Binbin and sabi niya nga sa akin, she is really looking forward for tonight's game knowing that both teams are really unbeaten. But one thing's for sure, that they will not take things for granted, especially with the amount of preparation that they have entering this game. Para sa bilang panig naman, sabi sa akin ni Coach Chai na syempre, itong side ng Batangas, hindi sila basta-basta pwedeng magpatalo. Dahil bukod sa meron pa silang malinis na record dito, iba daw ang kanilang kumpiyansa knowing na hindi lang basta team ang kanilang binabandera, pati na rin ang tong kumpiyansa ng home court advantage na meron sila. But guys, I will not keep you waiting, especially that this is gonna be our final game. Punta na tayo sa ating venue announcer para makilala na natin ang ating starting five.
Action of the shoes here inside the Rosario Cultural and Sports Center here in Rosario. Our final game for our Sunday doubleheader, the main event matchup between the San Juan Lady Knights and Steel, going up against your New Zealand Bluefire Batangas. Let's now meet the starters. First, for the San Juan Knights, TN Steel. Point guard from National University, number 30, Jeff coming in. Center from Central Escobar University, number 21, Steph Ventura. Small forward from National University, number 8, Hill Thomas. Power forward from National University, number 17, Chris Tortino. And at shooting guard from Liberty Batangas, number 7, Janine Pontejos. Coaching San Juan Lady Knights and Steel is I, Gregorio. Assistant coaches, Marty Camilo, Daniel Ramos, and Rachel Ramos. Team manager is TN Steel. Assistant team manager, PILIPINAS. Team owner is the upper secretary, Janela Ejército Estrada. And now, Rosario Batangas, get up on your feet, and it's time to meet the starters for your New Zealand Bluefire Batangas. Point guard from Indiana College, number 4, MG Kai. Shooting guard from De La Salle University, number 11, Amanda Torres. Small forward from University of the Philippines, number 0, Rhea Sanchez. Power forward from Florida Eastern University, number 2, Queenie Aquino. And at center from De La Salle University, number 10, Snow Peñaranda. Coaching New Zealand Bluefire Batangas is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches, Tyler Vega and Amelia Vega. Team manager is Joel Alcina. Team owners is Mr. Eric O'Connell, Mr. Antonio Reyes, and Mr. Carlos Reyes. The referees for this match, crew chief Roman Molina, first umpire Olga Ames, second umpire Michael Balada, and fourth woman, Jujunin Cervantes. This game is under the supervision and regulation of the game's Illusion Board.
And for our main event of the night, the San Juan Lady Knights start with Cabinbin, Pontejos, Ventura, Adlawan, and Tolentino. Meanwhile, Batangas, New Zealand Bluefire have Galang, Torres, Peñaranda, Sanchez, and Aquino. And a good evening once again to all of our basketball fans watching out there. This is the WMPBL, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipina. And our main event of the night, Aaron D. joined by Coach Anton De Los Reyes and Miss Daphne Cristobal on the sidelines as our referee just about to tip it off dito. Our final game for this Sunday, and earlier we saw the Rizal squad winning kontra dun sa Quezon City, but Now we move on to it, Coach Anton. As Sir Noel did mention earlier, this very much could be an early preview of the championship.
It is indeed something that we're looking forward to. Baka naman ito nga ang makikita natin sa finals. But we're going to see, again, this is a double round robin format, tournament format. At marami pa pwedeng mangyari sa ating season ng regular season ng WMPBL.
And right now, itong Batangas, New Zealand with the basketball. We did talk about it earlier, Coach Anton. Still unbeaten sila, 3-0. And you did mention it. Nakakuha ka dito ng some keys to winning para sa kanila. Care to tell us more about that, Coach?
New Zealand Bluefire Batangas, they need to run, and run. They have been doing a great job sa kanilang fast break game. Remember, in their last game, 35 fast break points. So talagang kailangan nilang ituloy yan. They also need to continue sharing the leather in their last game. 34 assists. That's a lot of passing, a lot of ball movement para dito sa side ng Batangas. And they also need to work on their chemistry. Of course, we know April Bernardino nandito ngayon para sa Batangas, and they need to integrate her more sa kanilang opensa because we know April Bernardino, one of the deadliest players sa ating liga at nung inaugural season. Yan ang ating MVP.
Some big shoes to fill doon. The MVP award going to her nga. So we're gonna be expecting a performance just like that para sa kanya ngayon. Pero sa kabilang panig naman, Coach Antonio, we weren't able to touch up on them in our pregame, but we're gonna do just that right now. The San Juan Lady Knights, the number 2 team in our tournament. Of course, kung meron kang keys to winning para dito sa Batangas, meron ka din syempre para sa San Juan.
Oh, for this side, they need to improve on their three-point shooting. Ito ang malaking factor for them because in their last game, 11 out of 33, 33%. They do a good job taking those three-pointers, but they need to do better for them to be able to get this win. And also, they need to continue forcing those turnovers. In their last game, they were able to force 34 turnovers against 36 turnovers rather against the side ng Tagaytay, and whenever yung turnovers nga na-force nila, that leads to their fast break game, and that's something that they want to be able to capitalize on. They also need to improve or do better in their interior defense because, of course, Snow Peñaranda is here, and when she's inside, you know what's gonna happen. She's a force to be reckoned with down the paint.
And the bucket inside goes for Snow Peñaranda, right on cue, Coach Anton.
There you go, Snow Peñaranda. Nice move inside, getting herself open underneath. Great inside pass for the deuce.
Meanwhile, San Juan gonna try to answer with the triple. Off on that. Rebounded by the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire. Here they come. Give it up inside. Peñaranda gives it up. A great cut, and the finish is good para kay Torres.
You like that two-man game. Peñaranda to Torres. Bawian or balikan naman sila doon. This time, Snow Peñaranda giving the assist.
Janine naman turns it over. Agaw ni Peñaranda. Snow pushing it. Gives it up. Pero that ball is tapped. And take a look at our score, Coach Anton. 6-0. Maagang nakakuha ng momentum dito ang Batangas New Zealand Bluefire with the active reinvent the game assist of the quarter. Peñaranda to Torres on that one.
And you mentioned hot start for the side of Batangas. That is something that we have gotten accustomed to. Talking about how this team starts it out.
But it's a steal by San Juan. Give it up to Kabinbin. Chak picks it up. They go inside and a travel is called.
That's Steph Ventura getting called for steps. Nice defense. Staying in front of Steph. Wala nang nagawa doon kundi ma-force yung turnover.
And we heard a lot about the turnovers as Coach Cholo Villanueva on your screens right now on the helm para dito sa Batangas. Of course, the home team, no? Dito sa Rosario. And can they defend their home court? 8 seconds on the shot clock. They whip it to the left side. 3 seconds left. Agaw para sa San Juan.
Great defense being shown by San Juan, not making it easy for Batangas to get that shot off.
Substitution dito para sa San Juan na Lady Knights. Maymay Canuto pinasok na dito. 6 minutes and 45 seconds. San Juan Lady Knights still have yet to score a bucket in this one.
That's somewhat of a contrast from their start in their last game. Itong San Juan, we're used to seeing them start out hot, but against this Batangas squad, having a difficult time getting their game going.
But of course, Coach Anton, para dito sa San Juan Lady Knights, we did talk about it before our game. Yung guard play nila maganda in their last one. Chuck Cabinbin and Rejoice Adlawan had good numbers.
Good numbers indeed, pinapakita natin. No, off the bench, pareho yan. Also, Chuck Cabinbin, she was our best player of the game in that game. 24 points, 5 assists. Si Rejoice Adlawan, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Kung sa kabilang side, nakita natin, dalawang princess. No, Abby Manzanares and Pringle Fabruada, 14 points, 5 rebounds. Pringle Fabruada, 13 points, 6 rebounds. Pareho yan, off the bench. Tignan natin kung sino ang off-the-bench player na gagana for both sides.
Yan ang aabangan natin dito. But of course, Chuck Cabinbin, this time she's starting for the San Juan Lady Knights. Dancing on the perimeter, give it up, and that's what she does best, finding her teammates.
Driving and dishing. This time she gave it up to Steph Ventura. Got the foul. Great cut by Steph Ventura down the baseline. Had her defender on her back, making it easy for her to get that pass and put that shot up.
And we've got an update from courtside. Let's hear it from Miss Daphne Cristobal.
Tubong Batanggenya, ngunit San Juan muna ang ipaglalaban ni Janine Ponteos ngayong gabi. From FIBA, Asian Games, Jones Cup 3x3 or 5-on-5 tournaments, for sure Janine is not new to our basketball fans. A little throwback in 2018 was when she got the tiebreaker by over 8 seconds in the shootout showdown for the FIBA 3x3 World Cup, a historic gold for the Philippines. Tonight, she continues to put pride from her military duties to international stints and now even repping Batangas from afar. Aaron and Anton.
Maraming salamat for that one, Daphne. And we were talking about it, no? Itong si Janine Ponteos, Coach Janine Ponteos. Really a lot of talents to her, no? Even being a coach, a player, doing a lot, and even being on the national team, Coach Anton.
That's something that you have to be amazed with, something that you want to draw inspiration from, juggling a lot of things and still making a mark, leaving a mark here. So women's basketball.
And can they make the mark by handing this New Zealand Batangas Bluefire squad their first loss of the tournament? Steph Ventura has it to Janine Ponteos. That's a deep one, and it's down. It's a three.
All the way from CEU, Janine Ponteos, left wing three. Great pass by Steph Ventura, finding her open teammate. Actually, hindi nga open yun eh. Contested yun, kaso nga lang napakalayo.
And just like that, Coach Anton, kanina 0-6 start para sa San Juan. Lamang na sila dito, 7-6. Agaw naman. And here they come in transition. Cabinbin has it, gives it back to the corner. The fake, the kick to Ponteos for the triple. No good.
Short on that one. I like what they did. They went to Janine again because she hit that three-pointer earlier, trying to see if she's gonna go on a streak.
Fabruada naman, going aggressive on that baseline and drawing the foul. Take a look at our Akari three-point shot of the quarter. Janine Ponteos, heavily contested, but that's her shot.
Did not matter even if there was a hand in her face. She was gonna knock that one down.
4 minutes and 41 seconds here in our first quarter. 7-all is the score.
And again, like what our colleague Noel Zarate said, this could be a preview of the finals as both of these teams unbeaten, undefeated as of late.
No, pwede rin sumabay dyan yung Pangasinan, Coach Anton, no?
Medyo nagraran yan ng
Oo.
Pangasinan Solar Home Suns.
A lot of big names dito sa WMPBL. But of course, it's going to be the battle of the unbeaten teams ngayon. Canuto has it. San Juan down by 1 point. Give it up, the drive, the kick. And it's gonna stay with the Lady Knights.
There's a bump on that drive. It's a Frill Bernardino giving up that foul on Diane Pedregosa while attacking the basket.
Gonna be a sideline inbound. Panty whips it to the left side. No good on that one para kay Talas. Here come the Batangas squad. Lamang sila ng isa dito. They're taking their time. The drive inside. Escaping the defense is Bernardino.
Too easy for April Bernardino. High ball screen, driving, spinning, finishing in the lane.
And that results in a timeout requested by the San Juan Lady Knights. Coach Anton, one more time.
Spin cycle, there you go. April Bernardino leaving the defender in a blender, leaving her in the dust as well.
3-point lead by Batangas.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
And our Smile Cam, tingnan natin. Smile 360 Dental Clinic Smile of the Game, brought to you by Smile 360 Dental. Visit their branches at Makati, Bacoor, Taguig, Mandaluyong, Cainta, Antipolo, Quezon City, Parañaque, Manila, Fairview, and Binangonan. Kita natin doon, Coach Anton, no?
Kilala natin
Oo.
kung sino yun
Oo naman, Nico Rocha, no?
Nico Rocha.
Saktong-sakto siya dun sa Smile 360 Cam natin.
Ganda ng ngiti eh.
Oo.
Poging-pogi.
And back to our ball game. The San Juan Lady Knights requesting a timeout on that one. They're down by just 3 points. So again, this is number 1 versus number 2. Batangas kontra San Juan.
Of course, Batangas trying to defend home court against the visiting San Juan Lady Knights.
Panty has it. George has 8 seconds to work with. Lalabas nila to Talas. Shot clock winding down. She floats it up and puts it in.
Bailout shot, Jill Talas, runner Lebronesque. No, parang yung game winner niya against Toronto.
Oh, leaning to the left yun, no?
Parang ganun.
Bernardino rips to the right, goes to the left, and can't score it.
Everything but the bucket for April Bernardino. And that's what we talked about. You want to be able to integrate April Bernardino here in the offense ng New Zealand.
Almost a steal on the part of Batangas. Here comes Canuto. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. She's gonna bark out instructions. Kicks it to the right side. Open look. Offline. Here come Batangas. Lob it up inside. Peñaranda. Then they give it up to Bernardino. Great ball movement on the part of Batangas.
High IQ play for Snow Peñaranda. When she got that ball, she knew there was a double team and immediately gave it up to April Bernardino, who was cutting inside. Also smart move by April to cut to the lane because she knew a couple of defenders were covering Snow Peñaranda.
And what a luxury para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva to have Coach Anton na sinasabay niya dito, Bernardino pati si Peñaranda.
And remember, MVP ng ating inaugural season, April Bernardino.
Yun nga, pinatanggal yung earrings doon para kay Adlawan.
Kalimutan ni Rejoice yung kanyang bling-bling.
Oh. Wanted to play with some drip, no?
Oo, syempre, kailangan.
Ganda nun sa picture, no? Pag ano, yun nga lang, not the safest thing to do.
Not the safest indeed. Syempre, galing nung photographer natin. Life of Neo. Naantay ko yung ano natin pang display.
Oh, wala pa tayong DP
Wala pa.
Naka-crop lang yung ano natin.
Pinakrap lang natin sa YouTube.
Buti pa si Charles Bachong.
Diba, yung Charles Bachong, meron ng DP ng WMPBL. Naka-pink!
Free throw is good on that one. 12-9 is the score. Talas nagbababa. Gives it up to Canuto. She gets it back. Drive to the right. Bounce it and it's stolen by Bernardino. 3-on-1 fast break. Ran to perfection but they just can't finish.
Tonko missing on that gimme. Bit too high off the glass on that layup.
Back-to-back turnovers on the part of San Juan. Here they come. Agaw naman. Canuto steals it away. Here she comes. The Euro step inside. It's good.
What a finish by Canuto. Like what you said, sidestep beauty finishing on that transition.
And a quick two-pointer.
Pringle Fabroada trying to get the 2 points right away. Too strong on that one.
12-11 is the score. Lamang dito ang Batangas. And our power rebound of the quarter brought to you by Uratex. Bawal ang marupok.
Di ka pwede dyan,
Siguro kami ni Charles bawal dyan, no?
Hindi, bawal ka dyan.
There you have it. Some substitutions pumasok na nga dito.
This is where the chess match begins for both coaches. Once the adrenaline dump has been done, ito na, balasahan ng mga tao. The perfect combination you're looking for.
Ventura puts it in.
Smooth step through for Steph. No, Steph through pala yun.
Oo,
Ginawa. Steph Ventura.
Here comes Bernardino. Pocket pass inside. Great find to Fabruada.
Pick and roll play. Nice dive by Pringle. No other choice but the foul for Janine Pontero. I was about to say Coach Janine Pontero. Sanay kasi ako tawagin Coach Janine yan talaga
Sipin mo, no? Dalawa na yung coach. May head coach ka na in Aile Borneo. Meron ka pang Coach Janine Ponteos na nasa court?
Hirap nung kailangan labanan ng New Zealand Bluefire Batangas dito.
Just the brains on the floor, on the sidelines.
Hindi naman nagkukulang. No? Yung mga brains din sa side ng Batangas. Of course, Coach Cholo Villanueva. Lots of coaching experience under his belt.
Yan ang no stranger to women's basketball. Itong si Coach Cholo. Pero a foul is called and banggit nga ng mga players ng San Juan Lady Knights earlier na I asked them, sino ba yung mga kailangan yung bantayan dito sa Batangas? They said, everyone kasi halos lahat dito nag-UAAP. Galing kay Coach Cholo. Ang daming experience nitong Batangas New Zealand squad.
Walang tapon.
Oo.
Kailangan talagang you are gonna be on your AA plus game. Hindi lang pwedeng A game, AA plus game. And so far, San Juan Lady Knights doing a good job keeping in step with Batangas.
Yun nga lang, hindi pumasok yung putback, but the third serving is good on that one.
Couple of offensive rebounds. Getting the job done, getting those extra possessions. Itong San Juan Lady Knights.
Afril atake. Great kick. It's just short on that. Offensive board, wala pa rin. To the corner.
Couple of tries for the side of New Zealand. Nothing going on that offensive set.
Oh, when Coach Janine Pontejo was turning that one over. Off to the right side, lefty triple. It's short.
Bit rushed on that offense for the side of New Zealand. Drea Tonko hoisting that three-pointer up.
Panty has it. 17 seconds in this first quarter. About a 3-second differential with shot and game clock. They go in. It's a miss. Still a chance dito. 8 seconds. Tongko goes in with the left. Can't score it. Bernardino, no. And they're gonna run out of time on that one. Sorry, misses para sa Batangas, New Zealand. Blue Fire, but nonetheless, dikit pa rin ang laban natin in this possible finals preview. 15-13 is the score, Coach Anton. Just a 2-point lead.
You've got Snow Peñaranda starting things out with that inside attack, but Janine Pontejos, of course, not to be outdone, knocking down that three-pointer. You get that spin cycle move for the side of New Zealand. April Bernardino, MVP, doing MVP things.
And the San Juan Lady Knights up by just 2 points.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang
And we take a look at our Eurotel, where service and comfort meet. A family fan of the game. Of course, our fans comfortable dito sa Rosario, Batangas in the Rosario Cultural and Sports Center. But right now, it's still a close game. None of these teams comfortable pa, Coach Anton. 15-13 ang score natin.
During that first quarter, seesaw battle that we saw started out hot. Itong New Zealand 6-0. Biglang nag 7-0 run naman. Itong San Juan, and from there, para silang mga boksero trading punches. No one wanting to give an inch. At so far, San Juan up by a couple of points.
And that's what we really expected coming into this game, Coach. Kasi 1 versus 2. Unbeaten versus unbeaten. One of these teams gonna stay unbeaten. The other, well, papasok na yan sa losing column.
And we've talked about it. 3-0, 2-0, 1-0 has to go.
But right now, second quarter of action just having begun. Still Aaron D with Coach Anton de los Reyes and Miss Daphne Cristobal. As our courtside reporter, Chuck Kabinbin, na binalik na dito ni Coach Libornio. Pero foul daw ang tinawag doon.
Was it a foul or was it just last touch?
Meanwhile, Janine Pontejo, step back three. She's got it.
That's the long two. Tween step back. Individual skills, Janine Pontejo, she's got it.
Meanwhile, Ventura nakaagaw. Here they come in transition.
You gotta love your big being able to run with that ball, being able to dribble and finish on the break. Steph Ventura with a deuce.
Atake naman ang Batangas and Manzanares going on to the free throw line. Tingnan natin yan. One more time, Coach.
Look at that. Tween and that step back for Janine Pontejos.
That's just some elite skill coming dun kay Janine Pontejos. And right now, itong si Manzanares, Abby Manzanares, shooting some free throws. They talk about it earlier. Great game galing sa kanya. And she's gonna be looking to carry on over that performance.
14 points, 5 rebounds off the bench from this star player from Enderan Colleges in Taguig City.
Janine banks it off the glass for two.
Janine Pontejos just going to work here in the second quarter. No hesitation off the glass. Book it.
21-13. Lumolobo na dito ang lamang ng San Juan and add insult to injury on that one. Turnover para sa Batangas.
Miscommunication between Pringle Fabruada and Tongko. Passing it to no one. Turnover like what you mentioned. Not helping the side of San Juan.
Kabinbin.
Or New Zealand rather, Batangas.
Chaka almost turning it over, but in the second quarter, Coach Anton, San Juan starting to get out into transition, and that's what really helped them in their last game kontra sa Tagaytay.
And again, we did talk about it, the fast break points netong San Juan in that game. That was a huge, well, that was a blowout. Fast break points, 20 fast break points compared to just 5 for Tagaytay.
Pero speaking of fast breaks, turnover on the part of Batangas.
That's Abby Manzanares and Pringle Fabroada, miscommunication. The two princesses. We talked about it kanina.
Grabe ka talaga sa wordplay mo ngayon, Coach Anton, no?
Bay.
Starting to get creative. Pontejos gives it to Kabinbin. The floor general, what's she gonna do with it? 8 seconds on the shot clock. Turnover on the part of Chaka. The layup is good para kay Manzanares.
Nice fake, Abby Manzanares. Chuck Kabinbin was giving chase. But again, that up fake, nawala sa timing si Chuck.
Pontejos catch and shoot. It's a miss.
Short on that corner 3 for Janine. Almost a steal earlier.
There you go, Pontejos trying to make up for that miss, but she's gonna be called for a foul on Barikit.
Bump by Janine Pontejos on Barikit. Christine Barikit.
And let's check in with Miss Daphne Cristobal.
Fully equipped and more than ready to conquer the protagonists are the New Zealand Bluefire Batangas. Last week, no typhoon stopped this squad in preparation for this match. Matindi nga rin daw ang naging ulan sa kanilang mga lugar, pero mas naging matindi ang kanilang mga naging ensayo. Quick update also para dito kay MG Kalang, who earlier sprained her right ankle during the first quarter. She was taped and assisted by the physical therapist of the team. Nanibago nga lang daw sa Kobe pair na ngayon niya nga lang daw ulit nagamit, but all cleared to come back and play in tonight's game. Aaron, Coach Anton.
And thanks for that, Daphne. And yun nga, nabanggit nga ni Daphne na due to the rains last week na reschedule nga yung laro na, na-move yung venue natin as a layup goes in doon para kay Lozada.
Rain or shine, practice pa rin itong New Zealand Bluefire Batangas. And again, great news, MG Kalang, nanibago lang daw sa Kobe's, pero babalik.
And Talas making the trifecta agaw para sa Lady Knights. 7 points is the lead. Canuto, she's gonna set it up. Here comes Steph Ventura to the strong hand. Just a bit short on the layup.
You mentioned the strong hand. That's her right hand. Steph Ventura just couldn't finish.
And our Akari 3-point shot of the quarter. That's Talas from the corner.
What a fitting type of play style. Etong si Jill Talas. Sharp shooter from the outside. Apelido Talas.
Oo, no.
Ano naman yun?
Napakatalas ng shooting.
Napakatalas.
Napakagaling ng partner ko sa wordplay. Pero ito nga, a coach's challenge on the part of the San Juan Lady Knights. Tingnan natin dyan. Ventura missing that shot, and they're gonna be trying to clarify dito if it came off Adlawan or a Batangas player.
Well, from that replay, it seems like it came off of a Batangas player. See, it's not that one. It was on the play after on that rebound. There you go. Rejoice Adlawan, di niya na nahawakan yun. Could have been last touch on New Zealand.
There you go, our referee still checking it out dun sa replay center natin. Still 6 minutes and 40 seconds, and there you go. They were na-pause nila doon, natingnan nila. So Still some decisions to be made, but we're gonna be awaiting the final verdict ng mga referees natin.
Maybe inconclusive. So if it's inconclusive, ang mangyayari is the call will stick.
Upon review, the challenge made by the ceremony rights was successful.
There you go. Successful na daw. Oh, we did see may have come off Christine Barikit sa kanyang left knee.
Score po natin 24-17. 14 seconds on the shot clock para sa Lady Knights. They're up by 7 points. The handoff to Talas. Just hit a 3 earlier. Goes for another one. That's a high arcing shot.
May have forced that one for Jill Talas. Could have set it up better.
Babawi naman ng Batangas, but they couldn't get it to drop. Canuto using the pick. Goes to Ventura. DHO. Adlawan hanging in the air and finishing.
Nice handoff from Steph Ventura to Rejoice Adlawan, who went downhill, finished with that layup.
Another triple try. Still no good para sa Batangas. Fabruada forcing the issue, but looks like it's going to be a foul on the ground though. And we're active. Reinvent the game assist of the quarter. Batangas sharing the sugar and Lozada getting the finish.
Christine Barikit, nice pass. Like what you said, sharing the sugar, Lozada finishing on that layup.
Pringle
Good on the
Fabruada
first,
on the free throw line right now.
Still waiting for Pringle Fabruada to be able to string together some points.
And also one of the players we talked about on the top of our broadcast, itong si Pringle. Yun yung mga off-the-bench sparks nitong Batangas. Pero a great cut and an even better dish para kay Tolentino.
I like that. Chris Tolentino hitting the cutting Rejoice Adlawan. 4 straight points now for Rejoice Adlawan in this ball game.
Claro hasn't hit one from the outside. They swing it. Lozada goes baseline and scores.
Trickling in. Nice drive. That bad closeout, allowing that baseline drive for Lozada to finish.
Canuto, agaw para dito sa Batangas. One-on-one against Tolentino. That's a miss. Fabruada goes in with the deuce.
Here's a run para dito sa side ng New Zealand, cutting this lead down to just 6 points. See that miss from Queenie Aquino, but the offensive board, Pringle Fabruada using the glass and the finish.
Always good to trail the play on that one. 28-22 in this timeout.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh.
And we get back to it, 28-22. And then medyo nahihirapan nga dito ang number 1 team in our tournament, Coach Anton, the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire.
Hey, I'm not surprised. Again, this San Juan Lady Knight squad, they're not 2-0 for nothing. They're always making sure, again, that they execute properly, that they have the right plays designed, the right defensive schemes, offensive sets as well.
And George Panty Bringing it down. Tonko strips it away. The drive inside by Lozada. It's good.
Still not ending this run, cutting it down to 4 points. And another steal for Batangas.
Here they come. Lozada kicks it. Tonko triple. Would have brought the house down if that went in. But look at the hustle coming from Claro. The New Zealand Bluefire Batangas want a timeout. Take a look at that, Coach Anton.
Couple of back-to-back steals. That's the first one. Lozada with that finish. And after that, meron pa rin naging agaw. Pero hindi nga naka-convert. Pero sa kanila pa rin ang bola.
Nonetheless, a timeout called with 4 minutes and 27 in this second quarter.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika.
Right back at it, the New Zealand Bluefire Batangas coach Anton going on a quick spurt after that one, and yun nga, they cut it down to just 4 points.
And this is something that San Juan has to be wary of, the way New Zealand Batangas or New Zealand Bluefire Batangas can string up the points.
Oh, but Camille Claro couldn't get that one. The putback, no good para kay Fabruada, but nonetheless, great showings coming from the girls in white.
5 rebounds now for Pringle Fabruada. 3 of those on the offensive end. This time getting a foul against Lozada inside.
And we have to take note, Coach Anton, itong Batangas in their last game kontra sa Quezon, points off turnovers ang bumuhay sa kanila, and this could very much be the same story para sa kanila if they continue this.
So far, 6 points off turnovers itong New Zealand Bluefire Batangas. Ito pala si Pringle Fabruada. We talked about it, di ba? Parang Pringle na snack, di ba? Once you pop, you just can't stop.
Oo.
Ito sa rebounds. Once she pops those rebounds, she just can't stop.
Tatawa ako sa'yo, Coach Anton. Pero yun nga, it's gonna stay with the San Juan Lady Knights. Baseline inbound for them. Trying to nurse this 4-point lead. Rejoice. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Chaka Binbin has to hoist it in, puts it in.
Much needed 3-pointer. Chaka Binbin taking matters into her own hands, cutting that 6-0 run by Batangas.
Claro has been doing a good job on the defensive end para sa Batangas. Attacking the cup and throwing that foul.
Strong drive to the basket. It's Diane Pedregosa. We see that 3-pointer by Chaka Binbin. Top of the key 3.
There you go para kay Claro. Trying to get her rhythm. Hasn't hit a 3 yet if I'm not mistaken. Naka-attempt na siya ng 3 dito.
Again, this is a good way for her to be able to get that psychological advantage pag nakita mong nalalaglag yung bola sa hoop. May epekto yan.
But a travel is called on Rejoice Adlawan. Just that slight bit of hesitation cost her that.
Wanted to go for that hezzy. I think she's looking for that pass, that forward pass, but just wasn't there. Ended up traveling.
Claro, in and out, step back. Still can't buy one from deep. Here comes Chaka. Kabinbin splits the D. Whips it to the left. They give it back to the left side. The triple try, no good. Rejoice boards it. Goes in. pumping in the air with the deuce.
Double clutch, Joyce Adlawan. Offensive board, extra possession, getting the 2 points.
33-26. Offline on the 3. Lozada. And yun nga, getting fouled by Rejoice Adlawan while she was on the ground. Our power rebound of the quarter brought to you by Uratex. Bawal ang marupok.
Chuck Kabinbin, power rebound, smallest player on the floor, getting that power board. That's what you want to see from your guards. Kahit na hindi sila ganun katangkaran, they're still fighting for those boards.
2 minutes and 58 seconds dito sa second quarter.
Riza May Lozada, 4 points, 2 rebounds in their last game. Trying to add to her point total here. Right now, she got 4 points.
Slowly but surely, dumidikit na dito once again ang Batangas. But of course, San Juan gonna try and extend that lead, but the turnovers costing them once again. Claro, yet another steal. They whip it to the right side. The triple try over the board.
Was Queenie Aquino trying for that 3-pointer. She was wide open. That's a good shot. Over the bakod nga lang for Queenie.
Kabinbin has it. Chak to the right side. She gets it back. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Canuto. Bounce it. Panty. It gets tapped.
Playing the passing lanes perfectly at New Zealand. Pringle Fabroada coming up with that loose ball.
And finally, Camille Claro making the trifecta.
That's her first 3-pointer of the ball game after 4 tries. She gets it to go.
2 minutes. Kabinbin has it. Tatlo lang ang lamang dito ng San Juan. Canuto babawi. Yes, she can. Deep hit para kay Canuto.
Right wing 3, all net. May Canuto, you can't leave her that wide open. She's gonna knock it down all the time.
Tongko whips it out. Great box out on the part of Panty, and then Chuck Kabinbin lays it up and in.
That's goodbye, Chuck Kabinbin. When she's got that much space, that much room, you're gonna book it.
Up by 8 points ang San Juan. Driving to the cup. No good para kay Tongko. Canuto wants it. She's against Tongko. Give it up inside. Great pass, great cut, and heading to the line for 2 free throws. Itong si Princess Pedrogosa.
And you know what I like about this San Juan squad? They're moving without that ball. And the guards are doing a great job locating their teammates. Chuck Kabinbin, May Canuto. This, actually, when you look at it, it's a 3-guard setup. George Panty also inside together with Pedregosa and Rejoice Adlawan.
We talked about it, Coach Anton, on the top of our broadcast. The perimeter attack, the guard play from the San Juan Lady Knights. And that's been working for them today, just like you mentioned, no, finding the open cutters, finding the big men underneath.
And that's what you like about these players or these guards for Coach Aile Borneo. Very willing passers, willing to make their teammates look good.
Pero binalik na dito, the MVP of the last season, Bernardino with the deuce.
Got Snow Peñaranda giving that pass. Nice cut to the basket by Afril Bernardino. Once she gets it that deep, that's goodbye.
Claro has just hit a 3 earlier. Camille pumasok naman, masyadong malakas, and a foul on Peñaranda.
Snow Peñaranda's gonna get called for that foul. Snow Peñaranda started playing basketball at age 7. Biggest influence was her family, especially her dad and her uncles. Sa kanilang pamilya daw, kilalang kilala As a basketball family, etong pamilya ni Snow Peñaranda uses number 10 as it is her birthday. Birthday niya, August 10. Advance happy birthday, Snow Peñaranda.
Oo, malapit na rin yan, Coach Anton, no?
Ikaw, birthday mo, malapit na rin.
Matagal pa eh.
November.
Oo. Meanwhile, Canuto from the outside. She can't get it. Forward pass.
Mike Canuto was right there to guard that outlet pass. Not giving up on that fast break itong side ng New Zealand.
10 seconds dito in our first half of action. Chak Kabinbin has it, using the pick, pulling up for 3, and that's off to the left. 2 seconds remaining. Canuto to Peñaranda. Naubusan lang ng oras doon. And after our first 20 minutes of action, at our main event of the night, it's the number 2 squad. The San Juan Lady Knights, they're up right now by 7 points kontra sa number 1 squad, Coach Anton.
Janine Pandeos, you see her there starting things off, but on the side of Batangas, going on a 6-0 run. Lozada with that layup, but Adlawan, turnaround shot, short corner, deuce para dito sa San Juan Lady Knights.
Still anyone's ball game, just a 7-point lead by the San Juan Lady Knights.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipina.
39-32 is the score at our halftime break natin. Up right now, the number 2 team, San Juan Lady Knights kontra sa number 1, Batangas New Zealand Bluefire. And we take a look at some of the highlights from that first half, Coach.
You got MG Kalang. You got MG Kalang not getting that job done to start, but Joyce Adlawan para sa San Juan Lady Knights, keeping them afloat after that run ng New Zealand.
We took a look at our Akari halftime statistics and we talked about it earlier, some of the numbers na nabanggit mo dito. Pero of course, San Juan on top right now kontra sa Batangas. It's been a bit of a struggle for the number 1 team in our tournament.
And if you're going to look at the statistics here, field goal percentage, 34% for New Zealand, Bluefire Batangas, 47 para dito sa San Juan Lady Knights. Big reason for the dip in the field goal percentage ng Batangas is the 3-point attempts ang New Zealand Bluefire Batangas, 1 out of 14 from the field. Ito namang San Juan Lady Knights, 4 out of 15 from 3-point area. That's 26%. Everything else, pag titignan mo, pantay lang. No? Rebounds, 22-21. Assists, 11-9. Turnovers, 15-12. Medyo lamang pa nga, or medyo down pa nga dyan ng San Juan. Pero itong Batangas, kaya lang sila down is because of that 3-point shooting.
And of course, our top scorers of this ball game, Joyce Adlawan on top for San Juan, joined by Coach Janine Pontejos and Canuto. Meanwhile, sa kabilang panig naman, Afril Bernardino, MVP, 6 points. They need a lot more from her today. Pringle Fabruada with 6 also, and Camille Claro. Great defensive performance from her, but she needs to hit more of her outside shots if they're going to want to have a chance dito.
And visibly absent sa scoring leaders, Snow Peñaranda, the DLSU Lady Archers legend, averaging 12 points per game, close to 6 rebounds. Wala dun sa ating top scorers. Only a couple of points for Snow Peñaranda, 4 rebounds and a couple of assists. She needs to get her game going para makabalik naman dito ang New Zealand Bluefire Batangas.
And there you go, buzzer has just sounded after one of our hype men / GAs doing a Bit of a halftime show on that one, Coach. Pero,
Gusto mo nga sumali dyan
oo, no?
kanina sa 3-point
Yung
shooting.
unan kasi, para malagay ko sa kondo, yung Uratex. Luma na kasi yung unan ko dun.
Ano na, puro laway mo.
But of course, maybe soon, no? Makasali ako dyan sa 3-point shootout natin.
Note ka kasi, pagka walang coverage, pwede yun. Pagka nagko-cover yung kaibigan natin, si Charles Beityong,
Oo.
kailangan natin mapanood yan pagka suportahan natin. Ano naman yun, malungkot yun pag
Oo, nafo-FOMO yun eh.
FOMO yun eh, nalulungkot yun pag di nakakasama.
Kaya nga babiyahe yun, no? All the way to Alabang or Makati later.
Oo, para lang makasama tayo. Maya-maya lang. Looking forward to our after game.
The hangout,
after party,
no?
the hangout after game.
Yun ang masaya after this, but still gonna be a fun one for us right now. Our Smile 360 Dental Clinic. Smile of the game brought to us by Smile 360 Dental. Visit their branches at Makati, Bacoor, Taguig, Mandaluyong, Cainta, Antipolo, Quezon City, Parañaque, Manila, Fairview, and Binangonan. And second half of action just about to begin. The clash of the Titans, Coach Anton, the unbeaten teams in our tournament going at it. It's number 1 versus number 2.
3-0, 2-0, 1-0's gotta go.
And something has to give in these next 20 minutes of action. Lozada set to inbound para sa Batangas. And here we go, folks. Next 20 minutes of action for our final game of this Sunday, Aaron D with Coach Anton de los Reyes and Miss Daphne Cristobal as the third member of our panel.
Miscommunication between Kate Castillo and Afril Bernardino. Bounced it off of the head of Afril. Natawa dun si Afril.
Not the best of starts para sa Batangas. San Juan gonna try and capitalize on that, but it's gonna stay with them with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Our official saying, hit the knee of a Batangas player.
Rejoice to inbound. Adlawan taking her time. Turnover. Here comes Castillo. To the right side, Afril Bernardino. Almost an end one, but 2 shots coming up.
Taking it strong. Nice steal. Kate Castillo giving it up to the streaking Afril Bernardino on the right side. Getting a foul in the process.
There you have it once again. Defense to offense. What this New Zealand Batangas Bluefire squad does best.
Good on the first for Afril Bernardino, looking to go 2 for 2 in her trip to the 15-foot line.
Oh, that one rolls out. Peñaranda, big body bump. But an offensive foul called.
Trying to create some space was Snow Peñaranda. Steph Ventura holding her own underneath. Na commentators jinx
No.
si Afril Bernardino. Sorry. Next time, babalik na rin natin.
Oo, baka matry natin, no? Baka hindi naman ganun. Pero right now, 6 points is the lead by San Juan. Chaka Binbin attacking. Almost a turnover. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Knights. They go in with the shot. It's good para kay Canuto.
My Canuto taking it strong. And what I like about that, she was looking, checking behind her if there was someone trailing. When she saw she was in the clear, went strong to the hole.
This time, Peñaranda strong on the interior.
Not to be denied. Offensive boards. No Peñaranda with the putback.
Canuto just scored a bucket earlier, gives it inside. Tolentino gonna try to work on Bernardino instead. Kabinbin cuts back door. Turnover once again for the Lady Knights.
Has a block on April Bernardino on Chaka Binbin.
Power rebound of the quarter brought to you by Uratex. Bawal ang marupok.
Snow Peñaranda. Hirap naman hugutan ng rebound pag sa snow kalaban mo.
This time they hoist up a triple. Off on that. But a holding foul gonna be called on Steph Ventura.
Snow Peñaranda again with that offensive rebound. Getting a foul. Gonna go and try to get a couple of points at the 15-foot line.
And we've got some news from courtside. Let's hear it from Miss Daphne Cristobal.
6 points for April Bernardino, but more than this production is her veteran presence during the halftime, being vocal with Batangas, gathering her team and emphasizing the need to bounce back. Head coach Cholo Villanueva stressed out three things. First, the 39 points per scoring of San Juan, which meant 20 points per quarter, so dapat daw mas higpitan nila ang kanilang depensa. Second is their respect rather for their opponents, not just with Chuck and Janine, but the entire San Juan Lady Knights. And lastly is they have to score despite not feeling the rhythm in the first two quarters. Aaron, Coach Anton.
It's all gonna start on defense.
Oh, no.
Sabi ni Coach Cholo Villanueva. And so far, doing a great job itong Batangas here in the second half.
But San Juan gonna hoist it up. Rolls out on that, April. Getting that one, and Daphne did mention during that halftime break, Bernardino giving her teammates a bit of inspiration dun sa huddle nila.
More than the 6 points, it's the vocal, the leadership. Itong ni April lang tinitignan nila. Ito mo naman mga report ni Daphne. Ibang klase talaga.
Oo naman.
Natin.
Grabe yun, no? Courtside na, anchor pa.
Yun ang malupit. Parang barko.
Oo.
Kapit na kapit. Captain of the ship.
Pero this time, 7 minutes and 24 seconds remaining dito. Lozada onto the free throw line.
Lozada's gonna try to get a couple of points. Cut into this lead. Now down to just 4 points. They'll make that 3. And itong San Juan Lady Knights, their lead was as big as 10 points. Ito threatening itong New Zealand Bluefire Batangas.
Just couldn't get the finish on that last free throw. Kabindin hasn't had the game we expected so far. From the corner, the jumper is out. Peñaranda set to push. You gotta get out the way when Snow Peñaranda goes down the court like that.
And Snow Peñaranda coast to coast. Finishing on the break. Reminds me of that ludicrous song, Move, Girl, Get Out the Way. Snow Peñaranda, what a finish.
Talagang get out the way
Yun eh.
on that play. Kahit ako, talagang hindi ako mambabangga kay Snow Peñaranda on that one.
Tatabi ka eh.
Timeout is called. 41-40 is the score.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Teams in their respective huddles after that timeout. Of course, all the momentum on the side of April Bernardino and the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire.
Knocking at the door is the squad of Coach Cholo Villanueva. Ang New Zealand Bluefire Batangas. Gonna give a quick shout out, of course, to Andoy Reyes, the team manager ng New Zealand. Kabatch ko yan sa Lasal Green Hills. Yan ang president ng Alumni Association.
No, one of the familiar faces na nakikita mo around the basketball community.
Lalo na paglasal, nandyan yan si Andoy.
This time, San Juan gonna try and stop the bleeding. Kabinbin. No good. Great box out on the part of Barikit.
Christine Barikit. Box out niya kay Pedragosa. Hindi na nakakuha si
Oh.
Dayan.
High IQ play on that one para kay Barikit. Let's see if Batangas can continue that type of play dito. Bernardino offers the pick. They give it up to her. Great roll to the cup and they take the lead with that bucket.
Picture perfect pick and roll. April Bernardino. 10-2 run para dito sa Batangas.
And it's just been a slow third quarter para sa San Juan, but they get bailed out with the reach-in foul.
We've talked about this. Can't give the referees a chance to blow their whistle by reaching in.
Our active reinvent the game assist of the quarter. Barikit to April Bernardino to take the lead.
Picture perfect, like what we talked about.
Princess Fabruada entering the game. From the outside, Canuto. No good. Castillo boards it.
Flat-footed rebound for Kate Castillo and itong Batangas deciding to slow it down a bit.
Barikit trying to split the defense. No foul called. Kabinbin. Here comes Chaka. Adlawan gets it stolen. Bernardino one-on-one against Kabinbin. Almost losing the leather and it's gonna go the way of San Juan. And ito nga si April Bernardino. A bit shaken up on the ground right now.
Hard fall by April Bernardino. Tough to zigzag around Chuck Kabinbin, the smaller player. As you see, April Bernardino trying to do that in and out. Pero hindi mo talaga mawawala doon si Chuck. No? Great lateral movement on defense. Siyempre, you're worried. Baka maagawan ka pa ni
Oo.
Chuck doon. So talagang tatry mong zumigzag-zigzag.
You'd think you'd have the advantage based on size, pero yung sa defensive instincts ni Chuck, napakabilis eh.
That's correct.
Kabinbin, can she put those instincts to use on the offensive end? Hand it off, Janine Pontejos, no good. Battle for the loose ball, and it's going the way of Batangas.
Chris Tolentino diving for that leather. Last touch on her. Janine Ponteos finally seeing action again. No? Tagal nang napaupo niya ni Janine.
Can she try to swing the momentum dito as Barikit just losing the leather on that.
Tried to go for the crossover, and that's what we talked about. That was against Chuck Kabinbin. Ang hirap talagang subukang lusutan yan si Chuck kasi maagawan, masusundutan yan because of her defensive instincts. And before anything, let's give a quick shout out to Coach Dino Ponce Enrile. Coach D, meron silang game dito sa Batangas against Caloocan daw.
And there you go, Janine Pontejos from the outside to stop the bleeding para sa San Juan.
Second three-pointer for Janine in this ball game. What a time for it to come.
Bernardino faking the handoff. Looks like it got blocked on that one.
Interior defense of San Juan holding up in this ball game.
The cross by Canuto. The kick to Kabinbin. She gets it back, relocating for the triple. She's got it. It's a three.
Great pass. May Canuto for the three. Chuck Kabinbin almost a steal on April Bernardino. Buti na lang, napasa kagad doon ni April.
Kahit ako, kita ko yun from a mile away. They whip it to the corner. Open triple. Book it with a three.
What a pass. April Bernardino finding Kate Castillo at the corner, knocking down that three ball. Back-to-back threes for both sides.
San Juan still holding on to that 2-point lead. Canuto just hit a three-pointer earlier. Oh, but some extracurricular activities happening away from the ball between Lozada and Pontejos. Pero ito nga, Coach Anton, Akari, 3-point shot of the quarter. Canuto,
Blowing kisses to the crowd was Maymay Canuto. Back-to-back threes pala. Nagsimula yan with Janine Pontejos, then Maymay Canuto, and then Kate Castillo.
Janine linabas dito. Canuto, they've got 13 on the shot clock. 4 minutes and 2 seconds dito sa third frame. Canuto, leaning to the left, no good.
Got that bump, and then that shot just couldn't get it to fall for Maymay.
Baseline drive, and Pontejos got caught off balance, resulting in the foul.
Slippery part on the floor. Kate Castillo driving baseline. Janine Pontejos trying to stop that drive by Castillo. Getting called for a foul in the process.
George Panty pinasok na dito sa San Juan Lady Knights.
Substitution. Manila section.
And if Noel Zarate mentioned earlier na parang preview na ito ng championship natin. It's been taking a look at it right now, Coach Anton. None of these teams giving the inch. 47-45 pa rin ang score natin.
Hey, so far this game has been good as advertised. May sinabi pa nga kanina si Noel triple overtime daw to eh.
Oo, baka totoo kaya yung sinabi ni Sir Noel.
Hindi ako magugulat kung mag-triple overtime. Dikit na dikit eh.
The Zarathustra yun eh.
Safe trip back to Manila for Noel Zaratissimo.
And of course, Sue Ali, magkasabay sila doon as George Panty sinking the mid-range jumper.
Pulling up from midi. Itong si George Panty, all net.
3 minutes and 28 seconds agaw para sa San Juan. Hounded in the backcourt is Canuto, showing us some ball handling skills against Bernardino.
Bit too much PSI on that one, but you like the kind of defense that April is playing against Maymay Canuto. Remember, Maymay Canuto, natural point guard. April Bernardino, two guard. Wing player yan, but kayang-kaya niyang sabayan si Maymay.
Up top, Panty whips it to the left side, offline. Here they come, Tonko, bullet feed, Lozada gets it rejected by Canuto.
Not giving up on the play was Maymay Canuto. She liked that when you see that smile on her face. Not today, says Maymay.
Queenie Aquino pinakasok dito ni Coach Cholo. Baseline jumper, it's off. Here comes George. Up top they go. Canuto has been doing a lot for the Lady Knights. Gonna try and break down Tonko right now. Behind the back. Hands it off. Outside shot. Connects on the triple para kay Panty.
And that's what Maymay Canuto can do. She can attract the defense, dish it out. Nice drive and kick play from Maymay to George Panty.
Open look para sa Batangas. Locked and loaded para kay Queenie Aquino.
Bit of showmanship here, gamesmanship being showed by these ladies.
Cut it down to just 3 points. 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Off to the left side. They're swinging that leather around. 10 seconds left. Panty attacks inside. So ito na nga, Batangas, here they come. Tonko puts her head down and scores with the left.
That deceleration, Andrea Tonko finishing on that fast break. We all thought she was going to slow it down, try to pull it back, but decided to take it strong to the hole, getting the deuce.
Batangas only down by 1 point after that bucket para kay Andrea. Off to the left. Up top. George has it. Shot clock winding down. 5 seconds. Panty has to put it up. Leaves it short. Bernardino saves it to Tonko. Here they come. Attacking the middle and scoring the deuce para kay Pringle Fabruada.
Lots of contact. Pringle Fabruada still getting that bucket to fall. This 2-3 zone by Batangas doing wonders for them at this point here in the third.
And with that bucket, Batangas taking the lead. Cross court, Canuto, dangerous pass. 6 seconds on the shot clock. They give it up inside. Paras couldn't finish. Here comes Tonko. Andrea the cross. Baseline drive. Back to Tonko. Steps back for the three. No good.
Would have brought the house down if Tonko knocked down that three-pointer.
Panty gives it. Talas triple. In and out.
Clearing that board, Pringle Fabruada. They're gonna set this one up.
Castillo fakes it. Cha-ching! It's a three.
Getting the defender up in the air, knocking down that three ball. Second three-pointer for Kate Castillo. What a hugot para dito kay Coach Cholo Villanueva, only playing here in the third. Etong si Kate Castillo.
9 seconds left on the shot clock. Still a chance for San Juan. 4 seconds left para kay Talas. That's a deep one. And it's off. Coach Anton, after being down at the start of our second half, itong Batangas New Zealand Bluefire, Miss Daphne Cristobal mentioned it, Afril Bernardino giving them that halftime pep talk, and it looks like it paid off. Shooting starting to go in para sa Batangas.
That three-point shooting, Afril Bernardino giving that pass to Kate Castillo, but this time Maymay Canuto bumawi naman off of that pass from Chuck Kabinbin. But again, Kate Castillo, the up fake, the flyby, and the three ball knocking it down.
And the number one team in this tournament going up by 4 points.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Liga. Oh, 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 oh.
And our Eurotel, a family fan of the game, where service and comfort meet. Some of the fans in attendance dito sa Rosario, Batangas, having fun, and what a game so far for us, Coach Anton. Heading into this fourth quarter, just guns blazing from both of the teams in that third.
Seesaw battle on that third quarter. Etong New Zealand winning out 24-13. That's a plus 11 for the side of Coach Cholo Villanueva. Shooting a lot better. Etong New Zealand at 41%, San Juan naman at 40. Dikitan lang talaga, and we talked about it nung halftime. 1 out of 19 para dito sa side ng New Zealand. Not 1 out of 19, but 1 out of 16. And then ngayon, 4 out of 19. So knocking down their triples finally. Etong New Zealand, that's nalamang na sila against this San Juan Lady Knight squad.
And here we go, folks, for the undefeated team in our tournament. One of them gonna stay that way, the other gonna get their first loss, and it's all going to be decided in these last 10 minutes of action. Kabinbin driving to the left, whips it inside. Tolentino gets fouled, and that's more like it para kay Chuck Kabinbin.
Drive in, drop, Chuck Kabinbin giving it up to Chris Tolentino, who's going to be at the line. Chris Tolentino, Christina Joy Tolentino, or what I said, Chris Tolentino from CEU to NU, initially played volleyball, then shifted to basketball in college. Her dad was her biggest influence, as her dad also played basketball using number 17 kasi yung original number na gusto niya, which is coincidentally number 7, nakuha na. Suot yun ni Janine Ponteo. Shout out to her mama and papa, sisters and brother, and her niece. Bobby, shout out to her friends, and Soda as well. Yee!
Ayun. Yan ka na naman sa yihi mo, Coach
Pre,
Anton.
sinabi ko naman yan sa kanila eh.
Pero this time, Fabruada, here comes Pringle.
Chris Tolentino is going to be called for that foul, that drive by Pringle Fabroada.
Lead down to just 3 points for the Batangas, New Zealand. Here they come. Talas gets it back, just facing the bucket. Out of bounds, it's going to stay with them.
Quick hands by Talas, intercepting that inbound pass, pero not giving up on the play was Tonko. Bothered that shot. Did not give Jill any space for that layup.
Steph Ventura spinning in, scoring, plus the foul.
Good move by Steph, spinning like what you said, but that reach in by Queenie Aquino, we talk about it. You can't give the referees a chance to blow their whistle by reaching in. You see that kahit walang tumama doon, when you swipe down, yung angle ng referee, hindi mo alam yan, pwedeng makikita nila na merong foul.
And they give an opportunity. Steph Ventura ties it up.
This is as close as it is going to get here in our ball game. Magkakatotoo yata yung sinabi ni Noel. Magkaka-overtime.
And the Zarathustra has spoken earlier. This time, atake sa loob, and they get the deuce to drop.
Abby Manzanares taking it strong from the left, finishing with the right.
2-point lead. Kabinbin has been held ineffective so far. Only 5 points to her name. Talas getting hounded by Manzanares. Gives it to Kabinbin. Can she finally hit one? Still no good.
Couple of players from San Juan fighting for that leather, pero last touch sa Batangas, and you're gonna be happy if your coach ay Libornio nag-aagawan dalawang magkakampi. No problem, basta kinukuha yung offensive rebound.
Great effort though coming from them. Coach Cholo Villanueva trying to lead this #1 squad nila. Instead, Janine Pontejos, great decision making on that one. Look at that, running her off the 3-point line and attacking the closeout itong si Janine.
Isabit dun si Queenie Aquino getting called for her 4th personal foul. Queenie Aquino, alam natin, player from FEU. Now finding a home here sa Batangas.
Talas, backhand layup, no good. Here they come. Kate Castillo goes in, gives it up, and the layup is good para kay Queenie Aquino.
2-on-1 fast break, gave it up at the last minute. Queenie Aquino free for that deuce underneath.
Lead now up to 4 points. Janine wants to attack. Manzanares doing a good job of staying in front, but Janine Pontejos somehow escaping.
That was good defense, just better offense for the side of Janine Pontejos and the San Juan Lady Knights. Look at that. All the contact, all the bumps, but still having that focus and composure to finish.
That's just some body strength coming from Janine Pontejos.
Janine Pontejos, taga Batangas yan, Tubong Lemery. Want to give a quick shout out to her family na nandito sa Lemery, Batangas. Also to her Philippine Army family and the Gilas women's squad.
Hometown girl pala to si Janine.
Batangas eh.
Almost a steal. Manzanares. Short stab, no good. The second try, wala pa rin.
Couple of attempts. Pringle Fabruada missing on that offensive board off that miss from Abby.
Bounce it to Tolentino. Driving inside, goes with the left. Steph rebounds it. Here they come. Andrea Tonko has it. Lamang sila ng dalawa dito. Almost a steal. Bounce it inside. Manzanares gets it swatted by Steph. Another chance para sa Batangas, still no good. And a travel is called. Great defense.
Look at that interior defense. Step Ventura, remember at the top of our broadcast.
Interior defense, Coach Anton, you mentioned it, and that was our power rebound of the quarter, brought to you by Uratex. Bawal ang marupok.
And you gotta love how San Juan is putting a lid on those points in the paint kontra dito sa Batangas.
Manzanares steals it away, and Pedregosa, bit of an unnecessary foul on that.
Well, just her momentum causing that foul on that steal by Manzanares.
Ito naman, active reinvent the game assist of the quarter. 2-on-1 fast break, ran to perfection on that.
Fril Bernardino back in the game. So you see their coach Cholo Villanueva.
Afril has it. Gives it up, Andrea. Less than 7 minutes in this fourth quarter. Ball ricocheting.
Ang pinball yun nangyari
No,
dun.
no.
I thought it was gonna be for Afril. Yung pala may cut. It was a Pringle Fabroada sa baseline. But it seemed like the play was a pick and roll with Afril Bernardino.
And inside they go. Pringle naman ang na-foul doon. Baseline inbound, they try to lob it up. Ball on the ground. And jump ball gonna be called dito.
So ball will stay with Batangas as what our game announcer had mentioned. Possession arrow daw sa Batangas.
But the Batangas New Zealand, the Blue Fire, want a timeout under head coach Cholo Villanueva.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika.
Six minutes and 43 seconds dito sa quarter number 4 natin. Once again, if you're just tuning into the ball game right now, it's number 1 versus number 2. Batangas kontra San Juan. And it's about to go down to the wire. 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Turnover on the part of Batangas.
Not what you want to have after a timeout from Coach Cholo Villanueva and the Batangas New Zealand Blue Fire squad.
There will be a review for the possible AOV request for teams and teams to be initiated and followed by their respective measures. Both teams are advised and served proper bench to follow.
There's gonna be a review on the play on that last one. Titingnan nga nila if kanino nga yung ball possession. Still 6 minutes and 43 seconds here in our fourth and final period. Of course, both coaches, Coach Libornio and Coach Villanueva, they're trying to make the most of this time nila.
That's a great angle. You're gonna see meron nga bang tapik doon or it just really sailed out of bounds. ball just sailed out of bounds. Miscommunication from Castillo. I believe that's Tonko who was the inbounder. Appears that no player touched it. Is that what they're reviewing? That is what they're reviewing. If I'm
No, kasi not really sure. We didn't really see much on the out of bounds pass.
wala naman, yeah, and no extracurricular activity.
No, unless it was that small altercation. No?
Top of the screen. Oh, we'll see it again. Yeah, look at the top of your screens. I believe it's Rejoice Adlawan. Oh, there.
Posible, no? Coach Anton, dun yun, no? Kasi,
Pwede. Baka may pag-swing daw pababa.
oo.
That's Maymay Canuto, and I don't know who the other player was.
Oh, an unsportsmanlike foul
yun
called.
nga. So, Abby Manzanares against Maymay Canuto.
Upon review, unsportsmanlike foul is called on number 14, Abby Manzanares. That's her second personal foul.
Manzanares getting called for that unsportsmanlike foul, so giving a chance dito sa San Juan Lady Knights to tie up the ball game and possibly take the lead with ball possession after that.
We'll see. No good on the first for Maymay Canuto. Pangiti na lang siya dun.
Canuto good on the second free throw and she's been huge for her team. Same sila ng score ni Janine Ponteos, Coach Anton, 12 points apiece.
That would make it 13 for Maymay Canuto kasi nashoot nga niya yung second free throw. But again, ball possession will go to San Juan. They can take the lead with the basket here.
Kabinbin against Tonko. Bernardino tries to take it away. Instead, it goes to Canuto. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Pontejo, she's a crafty scorer. Can she do something with it? Steps back to the left. Bernardino takes that one away, and it looks like a foul going to be called on Pedregosa.
After Bernardino with authority getting that defensive board. Pedregosa trying to take away that leather.
Foul called number 15, Pedregosa. That's her third personal. 4 on San Juan.
So there on that rebound play, sabit si Dayan.
Here we go, Bernardino. Atake sa loob. Bumps into a wall and turns it over.
Nice help side defense from Steph Ventura. April did not know what hit her.
Just a single point deficit para dito sa San Juan Lady Knights. Canuto curls out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to the right and then to the left. She gets fouled. Bernardino cannot believe that one, but for the meantime, let's check in with Miss Daphne Cristobal.
Basic movement ang hinahanap ni Coach I sa Lady Knights. Nothing fancy but rather the simplicity in offense and defense to redeem themselves in the final quarter. She mentioned about reading the defense of Batangas zone and so utilize those gaps, convert points at wag nang gawing komplikado pa. As per Coach I, the key to their first half was their hustle in both ends, something they got to unlock again here in the final minutes of the game. Here, Coach Anton.
Maraming salamat, Daph, and Coach I. Lebornio talking about the hustle, and they're gonna need a lot of that in our fourth quarter if they're gonna want to take down the #1 team in this tournament.
Getting those offensive rebounds, those 50-50 balls. And she also talked about yung basic basketball lang. Nothing fancy, just make sure to keep it simple and make the proper reads dun sa zone defense. No, those gaps, you need to be able to attack the gaps ng zone defense. if you want to take it to the basket.
Great up fake galing kay Steph Ventura and drawing another foul. Yet again dito kay Afril Bernardino.
Four fouls now for April Bernardino. Nice high IQ play from Steph Ventura. Getting that pass, going for the up fake, getting April up in the air.
And if Daphne talked about it earlier, Coach Liborno talking about basic basketball and hustle, what a better player to talk about than Steph Ventura.
Basic nga, pagtanggap, up fake, get the contact, go up for the shot. 2 free throws. Big fish, April Bernardino with her fourth.
And with that, they take back the lead 62-60.
Game of runs being shown here by both squads in third quarter. It was Batangas ngayon naman ang San Juan. 8-4 run here in the fourth.
They give it up inside the dish, and it's a turnover on the part of Batangas.
Christine Barikit trying to hit Pringle Fabroada, cutting to the baseline. That's a tight pass to give.
Kabinbin and the Lady Knights up by 2 points. Canuto whips it inside to Chaco. Almost missing that one, but she hits it to drop.
Changing places, May Canuto to Chuck Kabinbin this time. Sanay tayo, si Chuck yung namamasa. Ngayon, siya yung recipient.
Afril naman kicks it up top. Andrea Tonko thought about it. Gives it to Barikit. No good. Apat ang lamang dito ng San Juan. Canuto, the smooth operator. Gives it to Janine. Almost a turnover. Pontejo sees an opening. Lucky break para sa Batangas. Andrea bounce it inside to Afril, and looks like she got hurt on the left ankle, but no, she's okay. Tonko from the outside. Here comes Kabinbin against Castillo. Spinning and getting fouled.
Spin to the basket. Tonko there for the help. Getting called for the foul. Chuck Kabinbin laying at the floor in front of us. We're going to see it here. Chuck Kabinbin up. She's now at the line. Of course, etong si Chuck Kabinbin used to play for the Pilipinas Aguilas, ang ating champions nung inaugural or nung invitational. Ball is life for this lady who is in the Philippine Army. Her brothers inspired her to play at a very young age of 5 years old. Uses number 30 for personal reasons.
Yun na naman tayo.
Ganyan eh, no?
Si Daphne, tawang-tawa sa mga personal reasons mo.
Ano mo, pag si Daphne, nagkaroon ng number yan bigla. Yee!
Naghahanap din ng personal reasons yan si Daphne.
Oy, yung ano natin kay Daphne eh. Personal reasons.
This time, Barikit binigay dun sa coaching staff. Naka-white kasi, Coach Anton.
Nga eh. Si Christine kasi dating player ng San Juan yan. Joke lang yan. Miscommunication lang naman. Nakaputi kasi yung coaching staff ng San Juan. So akala niya din kakampi niya.
Kabinbin, hounded. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jack whips it inside. Tolentino kicks it. Extra feed. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Janine Pontejos. No good. They get it. Here comes Ben Yaranda. He's going in. And there you go. That's as much as you can do when Snow Peñaranda just goes down the court.
Remember, nung first half to end it, Snow Peñaranda doing a ludicrous, telling everyone to move. Girl, get out the way.
Tinan mo doon, coach, hindi sila nag-get out of the way. Ano nangyari? Foul.
And I'll take that. You gotta at least stop or do something like a semblance of defense. And good foul by Rejoice Adlawan as Snow Peñaranda misses. Sorry, that's Dayan Pedregosa who gave up that foul.
Peñaranda sinking that one. Only playing 12 minutes itong si Snow.
Medyo na jejeta itong si Snow, but she does have 4 personal fouls. That's a big reason why she hasn't seen that many minutes for Coach Cholo.
Kabinbin warding off the defense, gives it to the corner. Canuto hits front iron on that.
All day to shoot for Maymay, couldn't knock it down. And gigil si Maymay.
And already in the penalty itong San Juan, so looks like they're gonna be sending itong si Afril to the free throw line.
May ganun talaga eh, kasi you missed a wide open 3. You kind of want to get that ball back, as you see Coach I Liborno. Nangihinayang siya doon sa foul na yon ni Maymay. And the MVP knocking down the first free throw.
Bernardino putting up her tally to double digits, 10 points and 10 rebounds for the MVP. Timeout called dito, just a 2-point lead.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh,
Quick foul on that action. Chaka Binbin's gonna be sent to the line again. quick shout out to her family from Pasig, taga-Manggahan pala ito si Chuck Kabindin. Malapit lang sa kung saan ako, taga San Antonio Village sa Pasig. So shout out din sa mga taga San Antonio Village sa Pasig. Same way, shout out to mga taga-Manggahan, Pasig for Chuck Kabindin.
Bernardino boards it. They're only down by 2 points with 3 minutes. Dami pang oras dito, Coach Anton.
Eternity of basketball to be played.
And Peñaranda, big body move and a big flex galing kay Snow.
Letting out a shout. She loved that three-point play. Talking about Snow Peñaranda. How do you stop that? Parang si Charles Barkley yung nakikita ko dito kay Snow.
Maganda doon, Coach. No, basic na basic yung galaw. One move. Blow
Face up.
by.
Oh, face up. Dribble. Nothing Mai Canuto could do on that.
And with this one, they could take the lead. Peñaranda giving Batangas the lead.
There you go. Snow Peñaranda. How do you like that?
Canuto going to the right, pulling up and swishing it.
Basic kung basic. There you go. Hezi. Drive to the middle. Pull up for the midi. Mai Canuto doing a great job. 16 points in the game.
Ito na naman tayo. Snow Peñaranda. He's gonna go to the left this time. Atake na naman. And good things happening when Peñaranda puts the ball on the deck.
That's a couple of players trying to stop Snow.
Score number 7, Janine Porteros. Janine Porteros, 5 pounds.
It's gonna be a tough one para sa San Juan. Janine Pontejos out of the game due to foul trouble. 5 na nga ang foul niya.
But there's gonna be a challenge, says Coach Aile Borneo. Sabi ni Janine, lumayo daw siya. And Diane Pedregosa was saying, siya daw ang fumaul, hindi daw si Janine. But walang coach's challenge yan, no?
Doesn't look like there's gonna be a challenge on that. So ito na naman, Peñaranda onto the free throw line.
Just a 1-point lead para dito sa San Juan Lady Knights. Snow Peñaranda is gonna have another chance to tie it. Snow Peñaranda would like to give out a shout out to her family from Tondo, Manila. At sa kanyang mga bosses and especially Yusek Janela Ejercito and Mayor ng Batangas and the Batangueños tuning in. Man, si Snow Peñaranda.
What a big game coming from her. Didn't play the most minutes for her team, but take a look at her stats, no? Double-double. Oh.
12, 10, and 2. 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. All that while nursing 4 personal fouls. Not playing a lot of minutes. Etong si Snow Peñaranda, you talked about it. 13 minutes of action only so far. Currently averages 19. So well below her average kahit matapos to. She's just going to be hovering at around 16 minutes.
Peñaranda leaves that free throw short.
Last touch on Afril Bernardino.
Two minutes and 26 seconds here in our fourth period. Rejoice against Bernardino. They give it to Kabinbin. Sanchez into the ball game for Batangas. Chuck gives it inside. Turnover. Here they come in transition. Give it up. Barikite. No good. Another one, and it's pure.
Offensive rebound. Pringle Fabruada crashing the boards, getting those extra possessions in that deuce.
And there you have it, Coach Anton. 5 fouls on Snow Peñaranda. She's going to have to exit the game after that one. What a tough blow para sa Batangas, New Zealand.
Tried to get in front of Rejoice Adlawan was Snow Peñaranda. Tough. Big blow para dito sa side ng Batangas. Snow Peñaranda fouling out of the ball game.
And both of the teams with key players having to exit due to foul trouble. San Juan, Janine Pontejos. Meanwhile, dito sa Batangas, ito namang si Snow Peñaranda. So, they're gonna have to make do, Coach Anton, in these next minute and 58 seconds without some of their best players.
Couple of free throws now for Rejoice Adlawan. Their super sub. Ika nga nila.
Pero Coach Anton, interesting stat para sa New Zealand. 3 player na nila, double-double.
Yun. Snow Peñaranda, of course, April Bernardino, and Pringle Fabroada. Yan ang mga naka-double-double na. Rebounds and points.
Camille Claro into the game. Did some heroics early in this ball game. Can she continue it in this fourth quarter? Sanchez whips it to Barikit. 8 seconds left. Camille Claro, she's open. But it's off.
Clearing that defensive rebound. Etong San Juan, Rejoice Adlawan. Nice tap going to Rejoice.
Canuto against Bernardino. Gonna be a tough matchup for her. Pedregosa offers the pick. Instead, they whip it to Rejoice Adlawan. 1 second left. Naubusan ng oras doon ang San Juan Lady Knights. And Coach Cholo Villanueva wants a timeout with 1 minute and 12 seconds. Lamang ng isa dito ang San Juan.
Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ito ang liga ng bawat Pilipinang maharlika. Buong bansa'y makikita ang husay ng bawat Pilipina. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
69-68. New Zealand, Batangas. The Bluefire have another opportunity dito.
And as I always say, basta may butal, walang problema.
And who are they gonna give it to? The MVP? No, she gives it to Camille Claro. Camille driving in. Picks up the dribble. Dangerous pass to Barikit. Almost a steal.
Tightening it up on defense itong San Juan Lady Knights. No chance of that play materializing for the side of Batangas.
But it looks like there's gonna be a review on the play. Doon sa out of bounds on that. Titingnan nga ng mga referee natin if who it came off last on. Take a look at that one more time. Claro tried to give it to Barikit. Of course, almost a steal on the part of Canuto.
A wonderful possession series with Batangas
And it's gonna stay with Batangas. 11 seconds to shoot. Such a crucial possession for the number 1 squad in this tournament. And they take the lead. Afril has it. She's gonna go in. Kabinbin taps it. 4 seconds left. Cross court. The triple try. It's too strong.
Rebound by Chuck Kabinbin, smallest player on the floor, getting that leather.
Here comes Canuto inside, and she gets it to go.
All the way to the cup was Mai Canuto, no one there to stop her.
Bernardino trying to go quick. Barikit for the triple. Connects on the 3, and they tie it up.
Clutch three-pointer from Barikit. Crucial possession here for the Lady Knights. Can they connect here?
Here we go. Rejoice Adlawan. It goes in para kay Rejoice, and they take a 2-point lead.
Ice in her veins. Rejoice Adlawan knocking down that midi like it was nothing. Eyes on the ring for Rejoice Adlawan. Wow.
And a timeout going to be called dito. 73-71. Clutch buckets coming from both of the teams, but still an opportunity dito. And 20.5 seconds remaining.
Christine Barikit with that three-pointer to tie the ball go. Mai Canuto with the drive, giving that 3-point lead para dito sa San Juan Lady Knights. Christine Barikit with that top of the key 3. No timeouts were called. Rejoice Adlawan, eyes on the prize. If you saw that replay, she was just looking at that ring. She was gonna shoot that rock.
We check out the Akari 3-point shot of the quarter. That was Barikit tying up the ball game. Ice cold on that one. Pero yun nga, sinagot ni Rejoice Adlawan.
You gotta give credit to Afril Bernardino. She attracted the defense, then kicked it out. 20 seconds remaining.
And a chance dito para sa New Zealand Batangas. Coach Anton, who are we expecting this ball to go to?
I'd say Afril Bernardino because she's the MVP, but I'm gonna look for her to be a decoy and then again kick it out. You also have Pringle Fabulada, very able scorer inside for Batangas. But I'm looking at Afril to either be the decoy or to take the shot.
They give it to the corner. Andrea to Afril. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Bernardino against 2. Kick it. Andrea Tonko. No! Still 7 seconds remaining. Kabinbin has it. They're up by 2 points. Canuto. And they foul her with just 0.4 seconds remaining.
And looks like that's gonna be the ball game. That was a good attempt from the 3 by Batangas. Just could not knock it down. That was Tonko for that 3. Took a while for them to give up that foul though.
Yun nga lang, no? But couldn't ask for a better look on that one. Tonko was just wide open.
She was.
You talked about it earlier when I asked you. Sabi mo, Bernardino was gonna be the decoy. Drove in 3 players and yun nga, coach, open.
Just couldn't knock it down. Credit the defense of San Juan Lady Knights. That interior defense that we talked about, they locked it down. No one was gonna get a shot for the side of Batangas.
Talagang sinara nila yung paint, no? When Bernardino came there.
Tatlo yun.
Oo.
Kumbaga, talunin nyo na lang kami or tablahan nyo, talunin nyo na lang kami. Basta outside shot, di kayo makakapasok dito. You're gonna see it here. This was the foul that was given up. They tried to foul early in Chuck Kabinbin, pero nailagan. Actually, Maymay could have given it up or thrown that ball to Rejoice Adlawan. Pero okay lang. Walang problema. She wasted a lot of time. Ang tanong dito, isushoot mo ba yung dalawa o isasablay mo yung una? Kasi 0.4 eh.
Oo, no?
0.4 seconds. But I think our officials are going to review if there's more.
1.2 seconds.
Yun, meron pa nga daw. .2 seconds remaining on the clock, according to our officials. Makes this, just missed the second.
Canuto missing the first one though.
Or you can also try and make it kasi you're gonna heave it from half court.
Chances of that still very low. There you go. They're gonna try for a half-court heave. They don't even get one off. And after all the questions raised at the start of this game, Coach Antona, number 1 versus number 2. Everyone expecting that the number 1 team would have the advantage dito, but after everything that has happened in this game, the San Juan Lady Knights proving that they're one of the teams, one of the best teams dito in our tournament, coming up with a victory kontra sa Batangas New Zealand Bluefire 71-74. Talo nga doon ang Batangas. What a game para sa atin, Coach Anton.
As good as advertised etong laro. Ito, preview of the finals, just like what Noel Zarate had said. Maganda nga naman ang pinakita ng magkaparehong koponan. As from start to finish, it was like a couple of boxers going at it toe-to-toe. And in the end, itong ang San Juan Lady Knights, the composure, the focus was there, and tamang-tama nga yung sinabi ni Coach I. Libornio. Basic lang. Make the proper reads and of course the hustle. Gotta be there para dito sa side ng San Juan Lady Knights.
And even with the numerous players, Coach Anton, exiting the game due to foul trouble, para sa San Juan, nawala si Coach Janine Pontejos. Kabilang panig naman, Snow Peñaranda exiting the game as well, 5 fouls, but players coming up to step up, and in the end, it was San Juan being the victorious team.
Again, the focus, the composure was there for the side of San Juan. Coach I. Libornio doing a great job calming her players down. Remember, lumamang bigla etong Batangas nung third quarter. Nakita natin they had a run, but etong San Juan, lumaban pa rin. No? They still came back, and again, yung clutch shot ni Rejoice Adlawan in the end. That was something of a doozy of a game for us today.
Just that sequence in that end, no, talagang main event itong pinunta natin dito in Rosario, Batangas. What a game coming from both of the teams, but you have to credit the Batangas New Zealand Bluefire squad. You know they're going to come out stronger after their first loss of the tournament, Coach Anton.
Hey, for sure, they're going to learn a lot from this. And again, they're not going to take the other teams lightly. Itong San Juan Lady Knights, a force to be reckoned with here in the regular season ng ating WMPBL.
What a great game para sa atin. But right now, let's turn it over to our courtside reporter, Miss Daphne Cristobal, for our best player of the game.
Maymay, first of all, congratulations dahil ikaw ang ating Eurotech's most trusted player of the game. Hindi ito naging madali. All throughout the 4 quarters, naging dikitan nito. Pero anong masasabi mo na up to this time, unblemished lang inyong record?
Yun, siyempre, ano pa rin, team effort pa din. Pinaghirapan namin simula sa training. Yun nga, alam naman natin yung panahon hindi ganun kaganda this weeks. Yun, tinrabaho talaga namin possession per possession. Tapos yun, pag may nagkakamali, adjust lang para tulungan pa din namin yung isa't isa.
Nakita nga natin yun, especially nung 4th quarter, kung saan inagawa na nga kayo ng kalamangan itong side ng Batangas. But of course, itong panalong to, naging intense din siya, especially na nakalaban mo yung mga former teammates mo nung inaugural season, just like sila Abby and sila Pringle.
Yun, it's so happy na nagko-compete ako together sa kanila. Yun nga, teammate ko since rookie year ko sa UAP si Pringle yun. Masaya siyang kalaban kasi yun nga, andun pa rin yung competitiveness namin sa isa't isa. Hindi nawawala. And yun, kay Abby ganun din. Sobrang digdigan ng laban kahit, ayun, outside the court, magkakaibigan naman.
Nakita naman natin yun. Pero baka meron kang gusto pasalamatan, Batian, go ahead.
Yun, nagpapasalamat kami. Ako unang-una sa boss namin kay Yusek Janela Estrada and sa mga sponsors namin, DN Steel, BFF Party List at sa 825 Pizzeria and Speed Sportswear.
Again, Ma'am, congratulations for helping your team, especially itong side nga ng San Juan Lady Knights para nga sa inyong unblemished record dito sa WMPBL. Sending it back to you, Aaron and Coach Anton.
Maraming salamat doon, Daphne. And after that great game, Coach Anton, that's gonna conclude it for us. Of course, we'd want everyone to stay updated on our social media pages as our next game, it's gonna be on August 10 in Inares at Montalban, Rizal. Ayan nga, binanggit ko dyan. 2 games coming up for us with Discovery Perlas Rizal, Tagaytay Tall Patriots, the San Juan Lady Knights, and the Pangasinan Solar Home Suns all coming to play on that day. But Coach Anton, maraming salamat for joining me throughout this day. What a day of basketball para sa atin dalawa.
What a day indeed. Thank you very much, Aaron, for keeping me company on our trip here to Batangas.
Malayo-layo pa yung biyahe natin mamaya, no? But maraming salamat also to all of our basketball fans for tuning in. But that concludes it. On behalf of my partner, Coach Anton de los Reyes, our courtside reporter, Miss Daphne Cristobal, and the entire dedicated crew behind the scenes, including our floor directors, Sid and Clark, of course, our graphics men, Lem and Israel, mga cameramen namin, Renato, Russell, and Francis, and of course, our direct Aldrin. Maraming salamat po to everyone for joining us today. The name is Aaron D. Deeply honored to have guided you through today's action. Saying good night from the city of Batangas.